The Tower of Babel is described as a specific historical event creating the world languages. The people became arrogant and wanted to be like God, decided to build a tower, and God struck their tongues to confuse their language. They abandoned their phallic building and scattered across the world. And while jumping down the rabbit hole of research, I came across this little nugget of information. Apparently, in an effort to explain the multitude of languages, secular theories come up empty. So as a literary scholar myself, let's explore this sentiment. We begin our journey with classic English literature. One that April with a sure salt, the drought of March has pierced to the root, and bad every vein and swish liqueur, of which vertu generate is the fleur. Completely unreadable, completely incomprehensible, 100% English. This is the prologue to the Canterbury Tales read in Middle English. Yes, you heard that right. Middle English. Because the English we speak today isn't the same as centuries past. It's changed, evolved over time to accommodate new generations of words, dialects, and grammatical rules. But even jumping a few hundred years later still poses language comprehensive problems. Sir Hugh, my husband says my son profits nothing in the world at his book. I pray you, ask him some questions in his accident. Come hither, William, hold up your head. Come on, sirrah, hold up your head. Answer your master, be not afraid. William, how many numbers is in nouns? 2. Truly, I thought there would be one more, because they say odds nouns. Peace your tattlings. What is fair, William? Poultry. Polecats? There are fairer things than polecats, sure. You are a very simplicity, woman. I pray you peace. What is lapis, William? A stone. And what is a stone, William? A pebble. No, it is lapis. I pray you, remember your praying. Lapis. That is a good William. What is he, William, that does lend articles? Articles are borrowed of the pronoun and be thus declined. Singularitor? Nominativo hic hag hawk. Nominativo hig hag hog. Pray you, Mark. Genitivo huges? Well, what is your accusative case? Accusativo hink. I pray you, have your remembrance, child. Accusative hung hang hog. Hang hog is Latin for bacon, I warrant you. Leave your prables, woman. What is the vocative case, William? Ovocativo. Oh. Remember, William, a vocative is carrot, and that's a good root. Woman, forbear. Peace. What is your genitive case plural, William? Genitive case? I. Genitive, horum, harem, horum. Vengeance of Jenny's case, fie on her. Never name her child if she be a whore. It's Latin, it's funny, and I only understand some of the jokes being made because Latin is a dead language, not to mention the countless extinct languages that have been lost to time. This is why the NIV is preferred over the KJV. Both are written in modern English, but the latter uses language and grammar that is unfamiliar and difficult to understand, especially when the translation can't tell the difference between a unicorn and a cow. Geography also plays an integral role in how we speak. The US is one nation that speaks English, although no official language is named, but depending on where you live greatly influences how you speak. It has a lot to do with the placement of your tongue when the vowel sounds are produced. And even though we speak the same language, we might not always understand each other. Hi, can we help you find anything today? Yes, I'm looking for a pin. A pin? Uh-huh. We have a whole bunch to choose from here. No, I'm looking for a pin. A pin? Yeah, right. Our pins are here. No, I said a pin. A pin? Yes, a pin, a thing to write with. Oh, you mean a pen. Yes, we have them right here. And in terms of generational gaps, Grandma thinks you look like the bee's knees, just don't go see a man about a dog. And Dad is jonesing to get to prom because it's gonna be the bomb diggity. These generational shifts in colloquialisms are enough to cause confusion as you slowly die from the deadly levels of cringe. But what about tangible examples rather than abstract stories of terrible customers and awkward high school memories? After World War II, Japan was forced to surrender Korea to the United States and the Soviet Union, with a divide in the nation across the 38th parallel. And with a lot of moving parts like extreme isolation of the North, integration of Western culture in the South, a war, and 70-plus years of separation, the Korean language has shifted. In the 2018 Winter Olympics, North and South Korea were represented as one nation with the combined national women's hockey team. But communication was difficult as South Korean players used Western-inspired words, while North Korean players used post-war vocab with Korean roots. Playing as one team prompted a go-to dictionary of English to Korean to North Korean. North Korean defectors often have difficulty understanding South Korean due to the lack of vocabulary vocabulary and different accents. Not impossible to understand, but it does pose challenges assimilating into their new lives. And in a relatively short amount of time, one language has begun the process of morphing into two distinct dialects. So did God strike the tongues of man to create the languages of the world? Heck if I know, I didn't live thousands of years ago. But what I do know is language is capable of change, evolution, growing, and dying without the need for divine intervention. And if the story of creation tells us anything, Moses was more concerned with explaining who God is and our relationship to him, not accounting the historical accuracy of human history.